Winnipeg has the largest Aboriginal population of any major city in Canada.
An Aboriginal community in Canada has declared a state of emergency.
Filled with poverty, unemployment, and alarmingly high suicide.
And inequality are fueling the crisis among the Indigenous people.
We are the most impoverished people here in our own country.
It's not easy for people like Judy Klassen, an OG Cree First Nation.
And we're a broken people. You know, we were forced out of our communities.
First Nations, Métis, and Inuits make up the Indigenous population in Winnipeg. 35% are living below the poverty line.
You know, through the Constitution, we signed agreements way back when the settlers first started coming into Canada, and our treaties have not been honored by the Canadian government. You know, Trudeau is making headway, but we still have a long way to go.
While conditions have started to improve, Judy is hoping to push for more progress.
I decided to become somebody who is a part of the lawmaking system so that the laws are fair and just and that they don't decimate my people further. And so I'm struggling and I'm fighting in that. I'm the second ever female First Nation ever to hold a seat in that legislature.
But Judy is not alone in this battle.
When I was still in the radio broadcasting, I was involved in a lot of community projects involving mostly about Indigenous people.
As a news director for CKJS 810 Radio, Jimi Cruz saw firsthand what was going on in the city.
Robbery, crimes, drugs, especially drugs nowadays. And mostly those involved are the young members of Indigenous people.
He's retired now. He spends a lot of his time with his family and the people of Winnipeg, including Judy.
We live at the back of the, so they're living here.
Oh, okay, so they're going to come?
They're going to come.
The last couple of years, he's been instrumental in helping and generating hope for the people.
Wildfires in the north are prompting major evacuation effort here in the south. The Canadian Red Cross says 3,700 people will be flown south to Brandon and Winnipeg in the coming days. Winnipeg's RBC Convention.
Jimi and members of the Church of Christ came to the aid of the evacuees.
During our forest fire evacuations last year, he managed to coordinate an effort where he brought some food and he was able to feed our people who were fleeing from the forest fires. And it was so graciously accepted and so needed at the time. So he was able to come and feed with his group, his friends and his colleagues. They were able to come and feed our people as they were landing off the islands in the north, landing here in Winnipeg. And it was just a beautiful thing.
They've also reached out to some of the community's bravest.
He did show up with 50 people at my office one day with coffee and donuts for all the police officers. And we're a hard group to impress, and he impressed us. They put a lot of effort into that event. And a bunch of police officers are tired and stressed and see the worst that the world has to offer. Had a brief moment of people who showed us support. And it was good for the spirit.
Members of the Church of Christ, like Jimi, are making sure their care and concern is felt in the community.
Do you have time at 1 o'clock? Just go there. There's a pre-care packages and some food. Good, but you better go there, okay? Yeah. Okay, meet you there, okay?
This area is considered the poorest postal code in Canada. So we decided to help them here. Instead of them traveling, let's bring it to them.
I'm just giving you this and inviting you, if you have time, from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock here, Turtle Island. There's a pre-care packages, okay? Okay.
Accessible to everyone, the Turtle Island Recreation Center became the venue for the Aid for Humanity event, an outreach program of the Church of Christ through the FYM Foundation.
You come to any event hosted by the Church of Christ and you're just uplifted. It is truly, the people are welcoming, they're hospitable. You can tell that they have a sincere care for others.
That is why we thank our neighbors that are here for accepting our invitation. But the sole purpose of why we invited you here is because of our love and our concern for the community as well. We prepared some care packages for you.
The care packages were filled with necessities like canned goods, toiletries, and hot meals were served.
Beautiful, you know, people trying to help people. This is going to help me a lot because we're always short, because I'm on pension, we're always short a little bit in the middle of the month, so this will help.
I'm just so thankful for everything.
Everybody's just happy, they're smiling, and they're enjoying this event. Thank you so much.
I'm very thankful to the church administration because to the leadership of Brother Edward Manalo initiated a lot of different projects, especially the Aid to Humanity in the Philippines is linked up to Mahomaya.
The Aid for Humanity is the charitable arm of the Church of Christ, and it has helped many people across the world. From food drives, relief efforts, blood drives, and providing eco-farming jobs, the Church of Christ is striving to help all in need.
I'm not in between jobs and everything myself. So that's one thing these care packages do help, you know, because you look at the value of the care package and you say, okay, I could have bought this, I could have bought that, but I saved some money now. This has been beautiful. I love the Church of Christ for the very fact that I've seen the amount of people that show up for people.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
There's a lot of free programming in the city, but this one is benefiting the most. Most programs, like in the city, they don't give care packages like this. They give little tiny soaps and bare minimum stuff. So it's benefiting a lot.
Thank you for providing for the community, and may God bless. And I'm just so glad that this organization exists. You know, it's so reassuring to know that there's still good Christian people out there who, you know, totally abide by the laws that we were given through the Bible, and it's just amazing to still be touched by them and to know that we can count on them.
We are following the will of our Almighty God, which is written in the Bible, that whenever we have an opportunity, we will help the people who are in need.
We always heard in our worship services that love your neighbor, okay? Do what the best you can to help your neighbor, but don't expect any return.
I didn't realize it was going to be this big, but it is. It had a great turnout, and the room is packed. It's very well organized. I'm impressed.
It's not only the physical goods, but it's the emotional thing that'll touch them and make them realize that they are cared for, that people out there love them.
You know, working together hand in hand, it unified us, and it created excitement in the air. There was a lot of people that showed up. You know, overall, glory be to God.
The event may be over, but this isn't the end.
This is going to be a, what do you call it, if I may say it right, a lifetime commitment to the community.
And Judy knows where she can find support.
I really want to say thank you to all the organizers and all the volunteers. You know, this will go a long way, and we know that there are people that love us, that don't judge us, and just want to help us get back up on our feet. So thank you. Tumegwech.